Assalamu alaikum, beautiful souls, and welcome back to From Zaham to Shifa, our sacred space where we acknowledge that sometimes the greatest jihad is not against an external enemy, but against the voice inside that whispers, just give up. I am your sister on this journey, and today we are talking about something that lives in the quiet corners of so many hearts. The exhaustion that comes from falling 1,000 times, yet somehow finding the strength to rise for the 1,001st time. This is for every single parent who has questioned their worth while their children run to the fun parent. This is for everyone who has made the same dua, set the same intention, failed at the same goal so many times that they have lost count. This is about understanding that sometimes being the safe harbor is not as glamorous as being the exciting adventure, but it is exactly what Allah knew your children needed. The weight of being everything. Let me paint you a picture that might feel familiar. It is 11 p.m. and Layla is sitting on her kitchen floor, crying into her hands. Her teenage daughters just had another meltdown. This time about curfew, about rules, about how Baba would understand, and Baba is more fun. She is the only one who taught them to pray, to tie their hijab, to navigate heartbreak. She is the one who stays up researching universities and colleges, who notices when they are struggling with friends, who somehow has to be both the disciplinarian and the comforter, the provider and the nurturer. I feel like I'm failing them every single day, she tells me. When they laugh with their father, I wonder why I cannot be that light in their lives. When they roll their eyes at my advice, I question everything I am doing. I keep falling short of the parent I want to be. And I'm so tired of starting over. But here is what Layla and maybe you do not see. Allah does not place burdens on us that we cannot bear. When He chose you to be both the anchor and the sail, the roots and the branches, it was not because you were expendable. It was because He knew you had the strength to love in ways that others could not. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Paradise lies at the feet of mothers, not because motherhood is easy, but because it requires a kind of selfless persistence that mirrors Allah's own mercy, constant, unwavering, even when it goes unnoticed. Your children may run to the fun parent for laughter, but they run to you for safety. They may not hug you as much, but they trust you with their tears. They may not call you their favorite, but they call you when their world is falling apart. And that, beautiful soul, is not a consolation prize. It is the highest honor. The wisdom in falling. The Quran tells us, and it is He who sends down the rain after people have despaired and spreads His mercy. Notice, after they have despaired. Sometimes Allah's mercy comes not before the fall, but after it. When we have reached the end of our own strength, every time you have fallen and risen again, you have embodied this verse. Every time you have said, "This is my new starting point," you have demonstrated the kind of faith that does not depend on success, but on trust in Allah's plan. Your desire to give up is not a character flaw, it is exhaustion. But the fact that you keep going, that you keep finding new starting points, that you keep choosing to rise, that is where your strength lies. When you feel like you are failing your children, remember, they're not looking for a perfect parent. They are looking for a consistent one. They are not seeking someone who never falls. They are seeking someone who always gets back up. The unseen victories. Here is what I want you to understand about the work you are doing. Especially you, single parents, carrying double the load. Your victories are often invisible, but they are not insignificant. Victory looks like your teenage daughter coming to you at midnight, sharing her heartbreak because she knows you will listen without judgment. Victory looks like your son calling you when he's away at college, not because he needs money, but he needs your voice. Victory looks like your children growing up to be kind, responsible adults who know how to handle disappointment because they watched you handle it with grace. But here is the hardest part. You will not see most of these victories for years. You are planting seeds in ground that looks barren, watering roots you cannot see, trusting in a harvest you may not witness until your children are adult themselves. Your consistency in the face of their inconsistency is teaching them about unconditional love. Your ability to set boundaries while remaining compassionate is teaching them about healthy relationships. Your willingness to be the boring parent who cares about their grades, their friends, their characters, that is teaching them that love sometimes looks like discipline. They may not thank you now. They may not even like you sometimes. But they are learning that love, real love, is not always fun. Sometimes it is just faithful. Redefining success. I want to challenge how you measure success in your parenting, in your life, in your relationship with Allah. Success is not never falling. It is getting up every time you fall. Success is not being the favorite parent. It is being the trusted one. Success is not having perfect children. It is raising children who know they are loved even when they are imperfect. When your teenagers are difficult, remember, they are not rejecting you. They are testing whether your love is conditional. When they seem to prefer the other parent, remember, they are not choosing them over you. They are taking your love for granted because they know it is secure. The most successful parents I know are not the ones whose children never struggle. They are the ones whose children felt safe enough to struggle in their presence, knowing that love would not be withdrawn when they fell short. Your children may not appreciate your sacrifices now, but they are absorbing lessons about resilience, about persistence, about what it means to love someone even when it is hard. They are learning that real strength is not about never falling. It is about always rising. The sacred restart. Every time you say, "This is my new starting point," you are engaging in one of the most sacred acts of faith, Tawbah, the return to Allah. Not just in the context of sin, but in the context of hope. You are saying, "I believe tomorrow can be different than today." This is the essence of Islamic spirituality, not perfection, but persistence. Not never falling, but never staying down. Not being superhuman, but being beautifully persistently human. Your children are watching this. They are learning that failure is not final, that disappointment is not defeat, that love means showing up even when you are tired, even when you are unappreciated, even when you feel like you are failing. Beautiful soul, if you are hearing this and you are tired, tired of falling, tired of starting over, tired of being the unfun parent. I want you to know that your exhaustion is not weakness. It is evidence of how much you care. Your children may not run to you for entertainment, but they run to you for comfort. They may not see you as the fun parent, but they see you as the safe parent. And in a world that will often be neither fun nor safe, you are giving them something more precious than temporary happiness. You are giving them security. But let me ask you something. When you look at your so-called failures, can you also see the seeds of resilience you are planting in your children's heart? When they watch you fall and get back up, what do you think they are learning about the nature of love, about persistence, about faith? The next time you feel like giving up, remember, Allah chose you for this role not because it would be easy, but because He knew you could handle it. This is From Zakham to Shifa. Until we meet again, may you find strength in your struggles and purpose in your persistence. Barakallahu fi. Wassalamu alaikum.